Hi, we're Allthenticate, and we have a smartphone-based solution to solve all companies' major security problems. But before I tell you how that works, let me tell you a tale of two industries. These two industries have the same exact problem. They want to protect corporate assets. They're so big that every single company on Earth has an entire department dedicated to each, yet they have never met. Let's first look at the digital industry. We know this is digital authentication, and you probably know it as the password. And if you think that passwords annoy you, try being an IT administrator. The problem is that hackers have gotten so good at stealing and cracking passwords that the current password-based solutions are completely ineffective. Let me show you an example. So a phishing attack is when somebody sends a specially crafted email that looks exactly like one you would have gotten from work. But when you click the link in the email, you're redirected to an attacker-owned website. Can you tell the difference between these two websites? I sure can't, and neither could the 40 people in this room that we sent a phishing email last night. When they went to this website, they were then prompted to enter their UCSB net ID because there was important information about the finals tonight. But when they were typing in their password, instead of getting to the important information, they found this landing page that informed them that had it not been for us protecting them, they would have had their credentials stolen. In fact, 76% of companies last year reported being victims of phishing attacks. And phishing attacks alone cost the world economy $5 billion between 2013 and 2016. So now that we've seen the problem with phishing, let's see what's going on the physical side. We all know these as door locks with keys, right? We're protecting the common problem of burglary. We don't want people to steal our stuff. We paid a lot of money for it. And the industry has pretty much standardized this. We have these card readers, we take our IDs out, we touch them to the reader, and they make that wonderful boop, and the door unlocks. However, these have similar security problems. They can be stolen or copied. In fact, it only took me 5 seconds to copy my UCSB ID. So let's say we're a company and we don't want this to happen to us. What is the state of the art right now? In the digital world, we have two-factor authentication. Things that text you, things that you carry in your pocket. And on the physical side, we pretty much know it. It's the IDs that we have, and it's the readers that are on our doors. The problem is that in both these industries, they suffer from the same four problems. These solutions are annoying. You get a text on your phone, and you have to copy this number into some text field. You have to carry another thing in your pocket. There's a new ID, a new thing on your keychain. They're inflexible. If UCSB wants to fix the problem of cloning their IDs, every single person needs a new ID. And they're expensive. In our interviews, we found out that the readers on campus cost $7,000 per door. And companies have been making products in both of these industries independently for a long time. But no one has actually tried to solve the overarching big problem until today. How many people in the audience have a smartphone on them right now? Exactly. So here at Allthenticate, we want to use that smartphone to protect your employer's workforce, or protect your employer's assets. We call this single device authentication. And the idea is simple. Your smartphone probably knows you better than your mom does. You take it everywhere with you. You talk to it every day. So if you can convince your smartphone that you're you, we want your smartphone to then convince the rest of the world, both physically and digitally. We've actually been working on this technology for the past 10 years, and we can talk to anything that your smartphone can talk to. So NFC, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, USB. We use secure hardware on the smartphone to make sure that even if it's stolen, no one can ever steal the credentials off of it. And we have 3 simple security interactions. So an administrator at a company can make their security flexible so that users only have to do 3 things. The first we call magic mode. In this mode, doors will magically unlock as you approach them. Computers will unlock when you sit down, and your websites will just log in when you browse to them. If you want a little bit more security, we have a human-in-the-loop option, where the users will then have to take their phone out and hit a button, say to unlock the door to a special lab or log into a website. And then finally, if there's something high security, a lab that you want to know the personnel that are going into it, or you're downloading a W-2 form for work, you can do identification, where they'll pull their phone out, tap a fingerprint, or type in a PIN. This technology is actually patented in January. I developed it when I was a member of the technical staff at MIT Lincoln Laboratory. And we have the first right of refusal as the inventor, and we plan on licensing it this summer. So now that you know the technology, I want to tell you why I know we'll be a great company. We've done 50 interviews with local companies. We've done a user study with over 20 users. We had done extensive market research. We've even deployed a prototype for the past year here in UCSB where we use this to unlock 3 doors in the computer science building. So the value proposition that we're bringing to the market, first, that phishing attack I told you about earlier, we can completely eliminate that, either by wiping out passwords entirely or by using your phone as a seamless second factor. The password alone would no longer be enough. We're also offering smart readers to companies. So these are flexible, they can take software updates, they can talk to any smartphone on the market, and they're backward compatible with any existing infrastructure that companies have already invested in. We also offer cloud-based management software. So this means that when companies use our product, they just need to sign on to a website, select which users should have access to which resources, and we take care of the rest. And finally, for the first time ever, we can offer a comprehensive logging solution. Traditionally, these have been separate industries, but now companies can see what their employees are doing, both in the physical and digital worlds, in one comprehensive log. So how big are these markets? They're huge, actually. Both of them independently are $8 billion, and this is just the two-factor market. And they're growing at really high rates. We think this is a great time for us to go ahead and get into the market and shake things up a bit. And the way that we want to enter that market is starting with small to medium-sized businesses and just marketing our smart readers. The reason for this is twofold. One, we want to literally get our foot in the door. We find that once companies invest in their reader technology, they tend to stick with them. And small to medium-sized companies tend to be looking for new ways to improve things, cut costs, and when they're taking on new office space, they may not even have readers installed yet altogether. So our revenue model, we want to do a recurring revenue stream, cut down some of the upfront costs for companies, and take about $1 to $3 a month per user. Next year, we hope to roll out our two-factor authentication to offer a more small to medium-sized business package, taking about $10 a user. And ultimately, we want to enter the enterprise market where we can integrate with single sign-on, email, everything you're used to in large enterprises. And our income stream, the first year, we're just going to be in the red developing our smart readers with 1 to 2 beta companies in town. And year 2, we're really going to push sales hard. We want to hire a large sales team, try and get this product on the market, and we hope to be profitable by year 3. In fact, we already have two beta partners locked down. So Peel Sciences and CIO Solutions have both agreed to work with us and let us try our door technology on their offices. So the team that's going to make this all happen is led by me with 10 years of research experience. Rita is our head of operations to make sure we actually get everything done. Jake is our product manager, making sure that we're making something people want to buy. Evan's our hardware engineer that's going to build our smart readers. And these two industries that have yet to meet are now married together, saving companies money and time and giving them more security with less burden. Thank you very much.
Next slide still.
If you want to see the phishing attack that we sent out, you can browse to that link to see what everybody saw last night.
Mike?
So I know that IT is probably